I hope most of you have seen it, our position. No, there is no law that EFCC has violated. How I wish our opinion leaders can just take time to understand what we are doing. Right here with me, I have the copy of the judgment of the Kogi State High Court. The man approached the High Court for the enforcement of his fundamental rights. And concluding his judgment, in fact, rather than disobeying the law, we have obeyed. Honorable Justice Issa Jamin Abdullahi, a man I respect so much, and I was so smart, a man. I will read to you the last 2-3 paragraphs of his judgment. He said, I am under no illusion that under the laws of this country, and having regard to the provisions of the EFCC Act 2004, the Commission cannot be restrained from carrying out criminal investigation and prosecution of any citizen of this country. However, the exercise of these powers is subject to the overriding provisions of the Constitution or any subsisting order of court, and he quoted some judgments, IGP versus Uba, and so on. And he went further to say that the applicant having established, that was Yaya below, established infringement or threatened infringement of his right. He didn't say infringement, or threatened infringement of his right by the respondent, which was EFCC, is now entitled to benefit from the long-standing principle and legal maxim, ubi jus, ibi remedium, as it is central to the cardinal principle of administration of justice, that where injury is established or imminent, there must always be a remedy. And he quoted some other judgments. The applicant, no doubt, is entitled to the grant of some protective reliefs. While I am inclined to grant the orders sought by the applicant in this application, I can only grant them subject to what is permissible under our laws. It has been repetitively made clear in this judgment that the respondent cannot be restrained, as EFCC, from exercising its statutory mandate to investigate and prosecute persons or authorities reasonably suspected of having committed financial crimes as obligated under its Establishment Act. Accordingly, I will make no such order. And he gave us some citations. And if I may add, prosecution. Now, looking at the orders sought by the applicant, I am inclined to grant them subject to some alterations, which in my view will meet the justice of this case, as in following terms. An order is hereby granted, enforcing the fundamental rights of the applicant, that was Yaya Bello, to liberty and freedom of movement and fair hearing, by restraining the respondent, that was EFCC, by themselves, their agents, servants, or privies, from continuing to harass, threaten, to arrest or detain, or in any manner whatsoever arresting, detaining, or persecuting the applicant, or I think he wanted to write prosecuting the applicant, on the basis of criminal charges now pending before the Federal High Court. We had filed our charges then. Now, without prejudice to the power of the said Federal High Court to make any order as it may deem just in the determination of the rights of the applicant, and the respondent as may be submitted to them, to her for consideration and determination. An order is hereby granted directing the respondent to bring before the said Federal High Court. It was Kogi State High Court that directed the EFCC enforcer to go and file a charge against him, as against what is being touted out there. An order is hereby granted to EFCC, the respondent, to bring before the said Federal High Court or any such appropriate court such criminal charge, allegation, or complaint in respect whereof the applicant is reasonably believed by the respondent to have committed any offense, subject of his jurisdiction, provided that his respondent shall not invite, arrest, or detain the applicant on account of a reasonable belief that the applicant has committed any financial crime, without first obtaining the leave of a superior court of record, which is Federal High Court, where we have filed our charge, especially having regard to the antecedent of the respondent in the manner it has managed its engagement with the applicant. Remember the case we had with his was he chief of staff? Who do? What? Was he chief of staff?
Former chief of staff.
Yes, cashier, the government house cashier. The guy that was bringing the billions. I'm so passionate about the need for us to move forward in this country. A sitting governor, because he knows he's going, you move money. I mean, the particulars of offense is there. It's before court. Go and check it. Apply for our processes, please. You will get some of these particulars of offense there. Move money directly from government to bring the change. Use it to pay the child's school fee in advance. In advance. Dollars. How much? 70 what?
Total is over almost 800. Yeah.
In dollars, yes. In dollars. I think $72,000 or thereabout. $720,000, sorry. $720,000 in advance. In anticipation that he was going to leave government house. In a poor state like Kogi. And you want me to close my eyes to that? Under the guise of saying I'm being used. Used by who? At this stage of my life? Used by who? By who? For crying out loud. I assumed office here. I didn't initiate the case. I inherited the case file. I called for the case file. I called for the report. And I said, look, there are issues here. Do you know on my honor, I put a call across to him, which ordinarily I'm not supposed to do, just to honor him as a governor, as a immediate past governor. Sir, there are issues. I've seen this case file. Can you just come? Let us clarify these issues. I'm under camera. He said, sir, I thank you, my brother. I know, but I can't come. There's one lady, I don't know what her name is, maybe a senator, that she learned she had set, she has surrounded the EFCC with over 100 journalists, to come and embarrass him and intimidate him and all kind of stuff. I said, okay, if that is your fear, I'm going to pass you through my own gate, special man's gate. You will come to my floor. We will accord you that respect. I will invite my operatives. They will come and interrogate you or interview you in my own office. What could be more honorable than that? In my own office. To allay the fear. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You know what he said? But can't they come to my village? That's what he told me. Can't they come to my village to come and say, I told you. He also got into, he sent a message to him. My director of investigation sent a message to him. Some people will be saying, we are handing him, we are harassed. How about? Let's be fair on this. Look, we need the FCC. We need this institution to survive. We need this institution to survive. I'm telling you. So many victims that we have wiped tears off their eyes. People that they have swindled and all of that in their millions. How much are we going to say? Every day we keep recovering money for victims. Every day. In my 6 months, we have recovered close to 120 billion. Over 1,600 convictions. Somebody will now, those we are convicted, are they not human beings? Does he have two heads? Even if I'm going to lose the case at the end of the day, submit yourself to the rule of law. Let me be sure that, look, I don't get convictions. My job is to investigate and prosecute. Conviction is the responsibility of the court. So nobody should come and blame me. I didn't get conviction. Mine is to do my work diligently and leave it to the judiciary. Yeah. For civil society to follow up too. Yeah. It's not within my power to convict anybody or to go and lock anybody up. It's not. My Lord does not allow me to go and be taking it. Come on. For what? So at that point I said, look, and I kept quiet. Nobody talked to him anymore. After he had refused invitation, we continue with our work. After all, we don't even need him to come and make statement before we can even file a charge. If we are sure of our, the credibility of our work. So we have gathered all the necessary documentary evidence. We have prepared our processes. We file a charge. So come and answer to your charge. He refused to come and make statement here. But that does not stop me from filing my charge. And will he also refuse to come and answer that charge? We are talking of over 80 billion naira, gentlemen, that belongs to the people of Kogi, allegedly stolen. Allegedly stolen. So come and tell us, you didn't steal this money. Period. Is it today? The EFCC have lost some cases. Yes. I'm not sure, I won't condemn myself for that. EFCC have lost some cases. Some of them are walking the street. They are with free men now today. And EFCC has also won some cases. I didn't promise Nigeria that we'll be winning all the cases I take to court. It's practically impossible. Even in the American system, where they have very tight, and responsive, they don't do that. You can't get 100% conviction on your cases. It doesn't happen. In my short period, I have had cause to arraign 2 past governors. Nigerians don't remember that. We have had cause to arraign Obiano in this country. The man came, he went to court, surrendered himself. We gave him his passport, he went abroad, came back honorably, went to court, submitted to the jurisdiction of the court. On the day of arraignment, the court granted him bail. He's walking free now. We are in court together. Simple. Simple. Abdul Fattah Ahmed, who had left government house how many years ago? I said, look, this case must not die. Give me all these high-profile cases. We'll review them. There is a predication here. We are going to court. I can't tell you the pressure. We eventually filed our charge. He came, presented himself before the court. He was also granted bail. The matter is ongoing. See, the problem is, if we allow this thing to go this way, I don't have the moral right to run after anybody to say I want to investigate anybody in Nigeria. We better proscribe the EFCC. If anybody will be taking us to clean us because they telling us we are flouting law. Which law did I flout here? I've read it to you now. Which law did I flout? Now, when we filed the charge, I wasn't the judge. The judge saw predication.